got said, the community ball.
Digital footprint is one of the most important things you have to consider when you make the decision of being a content creator. When people want to do research on you, having your work pop up is not something you want. You don't want to end up like Tyler, the creator. They gonna bring out the old me. I'm joking, but seriously, even though Tyler has moved past his more vulgar background, his digital footprint still haunts him till this day. And in the past, even I've tried to make sense of it. But the point is that you don't want to be in a position where people try to make sense of your digital footprint. And you don't want to have to address narratives and things that are being said about you and your name. Move preventively and don't allow things to happen. I really want to look at this situation from my lens and analyze it. That's what we're gonna do today. So let me stop yapping because y'all know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. This all started when Dabo had this streamer named Samaya on stream.
Hood and Socrates do not belong in the same sentence.
As his therapist, but he started cooking her low key.
He said, I don't want to dribble that. Never wanted to. Never wanted to.
Trying to make it seem like something's not, but it's cool.
So honestly, this is all AI. Is that what you're interpreting? Oh, okay. So we're both yapping right now.
If a pregnant bee and call it a threesome.
Yeah, really. So
that's.
I feel like what you gotta start taking accountability.
It
seems like you was trying to be like you're not everybody ball. All this. You gotta start taking accountability.
Nigga, I'm not everybody ball.
If you don't take accountability, if you don't fucking take accountability,
Who am I then? No.
Nigga, Twitch.tv. Okay.
What you talking about?
Okay, my fault. Okay, Jim. Okay.
Definitely ain't your ball. Ain't your ball.
Girl, I don't want to be your ball. Girl, I don't want to. Girl, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Never get the chance to do this.
I never wanted to.
Never give me no ball.
Never wanted to.
Don't do that.
Jim.
First of all, Dabo, that was a little hilarious. I know that's off topic, but seriously, I be using
Dabo.
community ball like that. But honestly, she's definitely the community ball.
Ball.
She's an outside ball at that, and she's been getting dribbled. And I don't feel bad saying that. Shorty is essentially the female version of a male content creator who spams women content.
I'm not gonna lie, she went from an Evo ball to a. See, what had happened was she was an Evo ball, but she got dribbled outside. So she's out.
This type of joking is merely the product of that. But before we go any further, I need
Can't
to
take
give you
her-
guys some
you can't take her
context
into a
because
box.
she definitely did this to herself. Apparently, Samaya is a mean girl streamer, and if you remember during Streamer University, there was hella drama, hella controversy. But part of that drama
What is
was
a mean
bigger
girl
streamers
streamer?
egoing people. This girl was apparently avoiding all these small streamers and only going for other big streamers. Well, I guess I'll say mid-sized streamer because she had 100K going in, or at least that's what they're saying.
I feel like you don't really collaborate with everybody. I feel like you feel like you collaborate with niggas.
I think it was the hair. I don't know. She still look good right now, but she don't look nearly as good as she did during Stream University.
Yeah,
It might be the hair.
If you see a content creator,
I'm not gonna lie. A certain hairstyle on like a melanated woman that'll shoot you up like way up here or way down here, depending on what you got. Especially with me, you could be chopped, and if you got nice hair, you could be chopped. You go from chopped to a 7 in my book.
But like, for example, I clock T crazy. That's the guy even in the suite when what's her name, Asian girl,
What you mean?
Nina was making the whole shit. We was in there, other people came in there, you opened the door, you see niggas, you slammed that door back with.
Because my chat said she was.
Butterfly locks, yeah.
Stop cap.
The butterfly locks, what yo? I don't know what those braids are called, but they're like braids, but they have like curls mixed in with them. Whatever those are called. Whatever type of wig this is, if it's natural. What else? There's one more. And then just the natural curly look, but like it has to be at least right here, or like actually some people can rock it short, but it has to be at least right here. Preferably like right here. That's like the go-to. Good fro. I don't know. I feel like not everybody can pull off a fro. The hairstyles I'm talking about like if you have some black in you and you get these hairstyles, you're automatically +5 attributes.
That's not capping.
Now I understand that you're here to help your brand. That's what Streamer University was about. You want to be around all these big people. But I think it definitely gets to a point if you get called to the office. And also, once again, she had about 100K followers going in. So it's not like she was desperate for the put on or desperate for the collabs. And then the thing that was getting me is that, nigga, she's just around all these big streamers. And obviously, she's making that type of flirtatious content. This stuff that goes viral, whatever. I can't stop her. But damn, why you gotta just be around all these dudes?
She do not do women content that work. She does now. She wasn't doing that.
Yes, bro.
How do y'all feel?
Yes.
Did you enjoy your time handcuffed?
Oh God, I did. Well, free now though.
You just talking about you better go to that girl room while we handcuffed.
Look at those handcuffs, by the way. Those are not normal. Do your research. Those are not safe for work handcuffs. And the fact that Samaya was even willing to participate in this activity is already very telling about her as a person. And that's just setting the tone for who she is.
It's sad, but as a female streamer, that's what you got to do to get people known, or to blow up fast. She took the fast route to blow up. There's other female streamers that don't do stuff like this, but they don't grow as fast. I think, like, personally, I believe that the good quality female streamers, they have like W communities, but it's way harder for them to grow communities because people don't really go to women streamers unless they think they look good. But if you're like So it's easier for them to get to like the mid-range, but it's very hard for them to get to the top. Male streamers, it's way harder for you to get to the middle range, but once you get to the top, if you get to the top as a male streamer, you're going to be at the top for a long time. But it's way harder to get there. Females, it's easier to get to that middle range. Because they can
she is as a content creator. And I need you guys to remember this. Repetition is
So I guess the short way to say it's easier to be a small streamer as a woman, it's easier to be a big streamer as a man.
personality. And as you watch this video, you'll see how repeated actions become associated with character. Everything that's been said about her is a product of that same repetition. Now that I've shown you that she's willing to do that type of stuff for content, this is her and DDG's interaction.
You said you're 17.
I'm not 17, bro.
But her community is actually like terrible. Same thing with Cooking with Kaya. Her community is terrible. A lot of the girls that like that, and the ones that are just clip farming, their communities are bad.
I see you in class. Good night.
Yo, no Q&A?
I see you in class.
Damn, Chad. I can't even talk to my professor. I've been saying I wanted a one-on-one this whole time.
I see you in class. Get here.
Can I not answer the first assignment?
The DDG smirk. They said he's undefeated, bro.
Good night.
You sure I didn't get no Chico?
Good night.
Cheat code. She's all about.
For the first time, I can say I actually messed with what DDG did. This was amateur, and the appropriate response to learning Samaya is 19. DDG is 27, and he does his own freaked out girl content, so I applaud him for not wanting to include and indulge in a 19-year-old's clear attempts at flirting with him. And she's talking about some one-on-one time. If a shorty wants one-on-one time, what do y'all think that means? With the context in mind, you have to understand that this woman is portraying herself as someone who is willing to do boy content, flirt with big streamers, various big streamers at that.
They're like secretive. They're secretive about it. They're not like
just for the clips and attention. So it was only inevitable that she'd be called the community ball. She goes to Streamer University, a place where a lot of people are building their brand and getting known. And when you look at her digital footprint of that, all you see is clips of her and niggas. I'm hardly seeing solo clips, reaction content, desktop content. It's just her and niggas.
I'm not gonna lie, if you was doing desktop content at Streamer University, you're a loser. Like you used to soul drop opportunity.
Let's just move away.
If you was sitting there playing Marvel Rivals during Streamer University, you come on, bro.
Away from Streamer University, because there's a clip of Funny Mike and Jay Cinco laughing at her because she said she's nobody's ball.
Nah, go. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up right now. I'm gonna go to Cooking with Kaya's Twitch and look at her top clip. It's literally just her cheeks. No, let's not die. Hopefully she got it deleted. I think she took her clips down. Yeah, she took her clips down. Oh, here they are. I can filter it, I think. Bro, literally, come on. Look. Sinful Lust? Come on. This has 1K views, bro. Oh my gosh. But we're not here for that though.
Huh? Where'd it go? Yeah, look at the frog, we saved it!
We know the only reason that they got clipped. They didn't even give it a title. I was trying to look for the one that happened during stream review.
Here, the house like
look at the rest of her clips though.
And survival.
These have no views on them.
Doesn't always look like danger. The new
What if I go to
insect trap is discreet and it blends seamlessly into the environment. With a 24/7
last
dual
30
tracking
days.
system, this stealth predator delivers a
Look, bro. These are all the same thumbnail pretty much. What else do we have? Where is that clip at? How long ago was Stream University? Alright, this is starting to look crazy now. I'm just in here scrolling through this. Alright, all-time clips. Here it is. 600,000 views. Look at her chat. Look. No one's saying anything normal in here. Yeah, you just gotta. I'm feeling bad for the female content creators. Especially if you look good, then actually I feel bad for all of them because if you look good, you're gonna get harassed. If you don't, you're not gonna go anywhere. Because we already know women are funny. I'm kidding. No, he's just talking. Just kidding, guys. Who is this? Who's that? Oh wait, camera's on wait. Who is this? Somebody let me know. I'm sitting here trying to make a point. I'm no good. I'm contributing to it. No, my bad, bro.
One ordinary family.
I'm gonna buy you some premium. I'm gonna get
come back forever changed. Will become.
Now this clip was straight up bullying. Not even gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I feel bad for Short, but look who she's around. A bunch of niggas. A bunch of niggas you probably shouldn't be around. Jay Cinco is a girl content merchant, and he'd be around Deshae Frost, a fellow girl content merchant. That's enough reason to avoid that space.
Dude Deshae,
somebody
mate,
doing
he bought a
on
house.
the dude's freaking lap. Same dude that's laughing about her being a community ball is the same one whose lap she's sitting on. And in the clip, bro, they're frying her so bad. And what is her response?
No, you can't.
Which, okay, Samaya.
You can't do stuff like that and say it's just content. You're asking.
Just be content, but why does your content have to be flirtatious? And before y'all say anything, I'm against girl content as well. I don't even like Deshae Frost. I don't like Jay Cinco, and that's because I'm a young man. I'm not about to sit up here and watch other men flirt with girls. That's odd and very doomed out. Just because it's content, don't mean it's not gonna have adverse effects on you or how people perceive you. And for me, I'm personally perceiving Samaya as a woman who is going from big male streamer to big male streamer. I'm not even trolling. Shorty was just on a date with a dude named E-Man, and I've never heard of him. But you wanna know what's crazy?
E-Man,
I mean, no shade.
E-Man from TikTok, bro.
E-Man is through a Samaya collab.
E-Man literally goes around just raising up with. You know what? This is Gooner content. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello.
Now that the dude says it out loud. What is this video? We're watching the community ball of Twitch. Samaya.
Playing basketball with a brother. So I'm in the middle of a game. I'm gonna call
you. Need a Lamad emote. You know what? I can actually make that happen. Gotta get my Photoshop skills.
I can't wait for this guy's on shit. I ain't gonna lie, gang. I need your beanie, nigga. I can't jump. My shit. What the fuck do you mean, though?
You have a girlfriend? You have a girlfriend?
He's dating a porn star, by the way.
Bro, that is my sister.
Yeah, the emote.
You just lied.
Yeah, let me know what you want. I might
play later. I was just manifesting.
All right. Now I'm about to be texting all my listeners.
I have an Adam Silver
she
emote
just be
on the
looking
way.
so uncomfortable. And I think that's part of a bigger problem because these male streamers don't see women as women. They see them as
Oh yeah,
assets.
Leon, I don't know if you saw it. We hit affiliate. We can give subs and all that now. I should have waited. Actually, I'm gonna give you a sub
later,
in a second.
but because they see them as assets, they see them as, oh, this is just another shorty in my roster. So of course she's uncomfortable because the dude's on the girl talking to another woman. So come on. I also think that she probably feels like she has to do this to succeed. But once again, I'll touch on that at the end. Now, on 2 separate occasions from what I've seen, Samaya has responded to the community ball comments. The first one, this was after Dabo trolled her.
I haven't responded.
Comment was not funny. I didn't find it funny at all.
It was funny.
I'm not your boss. I'm nobody's boss. Like, what the fuck?
No, that was funny.
And yeah, that's it. That's all. Because it'd be the same people saying like, "Oh, she's for everybody. She's like,
post notice on.
As soon as I get in your face, you don't jump the first chance you get.
I looked and it said.
Like, you want Twitter, type my name in.
I forgot what number it said had post notice on.
Type my name in. It gets weird.
Okay, I do agree. Y'all are hypocrites. If Shorty was in the face of half of the people calling her a 304 or ball, they'd be going. But that's just men being dumb. Not saying it makes it okay, but you guys know the communities of these big streamers. I also think that people don't be criticizing the male streamers enough for being balls themselves. And if we're being honest, those guys are really like outdoor and one balls. If you're a hooper, you know what I'm talking about. Deshae Frost, for example, he's for show a community ball.
That's the fireplace.
I mean, he could have literally got burnt. I don't know if y'all remember the Gucci third leg situation. The dude, Deshae Frost, he nearly got burnt by messing with Danae Davis. But my point is, male streamers be worse than community balls. They literally be pickup game balls. And that double standard is something I also want to touch on more at the end. Her second response, though, was a little heartbreaking, I'm not gonna lie.
I just don't do shit like this. Is so weird. Yeah, I'm on stream right now, and I'm just calling to let you know. Are you free to talk right now or no? No, I just don't appreciate yesterday or no this morning. That's it. That's all. How y'all try to make it seem like I was in room Punga and I wasn't. Y'all knew that. I'm just, that's why I hang up, because I'm not trolling.
Oh yeah, she was on the phone with Dez.
I talked to these people off camera and told them like I don't appreciate the narrative going around, and I'm only addressing it online. I let everything else slide. Like I do.
What's happening on Love Island that has everybody like so encapsulated?
But if you come to something on the internet, I'm gonna address it on the internet. Period. Point blank. Y'all, it wasn't a problem when niggas was laughing on camera. The fuck? Now it's a problem when I made somebody feel bad and they wanna address the narrative. No.
And honestly, bro, I really do feel bad for her. And I know I said at the start I don't and that she deserves it, but even though I think she deserves it around, and not literally, but just being around on everyone's streams, she's not being treated right. And I don't agree with that. But guess what the context was? She is responding to a rumor about her and another streamer. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of empathy that can be given to Samaya. Seriously. She's a content creator who is just now in the spotlight. But with that being said, there's also an extreme amount of accountability that needs to be taken. Number one, girls stop going to all these streams and flirting. I'm so serious. I don't see Senna with this problem. She's not getting 1,000 rumors about her and dudes.
Did he just say he doesn't see Senna with this problem? Come on.
Number two, Samaya, stop trusting all these big creators. If you're
fan, like Senna gets shipped with every man on her stream, and she doesn't even.
You know, I really don't be messing with streamers, big creators, whatever. Especially the modern ones. And that's because they do things like this. Okay, they will make content with you, they be cracking jokes with you, but when you're going through it, they be nowhere to be found. You feel me? Like a snake, they consume you. I guess that is a crazy scenario, leaving her to the hyenas, like no Lion King. Anyways, but let me give y'all my candid thoughts on this. I want to start with the hypocrisy. There's clearly a double standard with male streamers.
Senna's been on the internet for a long time. Samaya, she just started streaming this year, I'm pretty sure.
They're allowed to do what Samaya does, and they don't get bop allegations. They get told to grow your hen, and that's unfortunate, but Samaya is got to recognize this and move two ways. You either don't try to navigate the streaming world like a man, or you take pride in it. There are 304s and community balls that revel in it, and nobody cares. Ruby Rose, Tiana Trump, those are women that people consider passed around, women who really do be around other men, like really, way worse than what you be doing, but they don't let it get to them, at least not on the surface. I don't see it, so if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, Samaya, just navigate it while not letting nobody
You can't compare it to Ruby Rose and Tiana.
See how it makes you feel. Now I know what she's doing is networking, but seriously, she needs to reevaluate her content now. She don't need to be up under all these men. She can do her own thing, because as I keep saying, repetition makes personality. She's constantly around all these freaked out male streamers. She's gonna be seen as a groupie, not hated for it. I think the last thing I want to say though is maybe Samaya feels like she has to produce this type of content to go up. The streamer space can be harsh for women. I won't lie. They're put in a box by various male streamers, and that could be a video in and of itself. Y'all let me know if y'all want that. The box is that they're an asset to the content, not actually women. But I watch to keep a streamer's teenage male audience engaged. So maybe there's underlying pressures to flirt, to perform, but she just gotta realize it don't have to be like that, especially when she's a year older than me. So in general, Samaya, if you see this slow,
like A lot of female streamers, they only play like one game. I also noticed that they play like 1 or 2 games. If they do anything else, then the community just gets weird.
Down, okay? You is moving like a community ball. If you dial it back, especially on your appearances, change up your content, you can beat these rumors, okay? And you have to do it because these niggas ain't gonna help you. That's all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Join my membership. Join my Discord. I do want that shit to be active. I'm out though. Y'all be easy. Bye-bye.
No, I'm a subscriber. Like the thing about, if you think about it, the female streamers on this side of the community, they like average thousands of viewers. They all do shipping content or like get shipped in some type of way. That's like the only way for you to get that popular as a woman, which is kind of messed up.